Angel Reese, the WNBA player, is complaining again about not getting paid enough or something. Here it is.
We all did it.
Yeah, the CBA is coming up. I can't wait.
Girl, y'all benefited from everything. Y'all youngins benefited from NIL.
What does that mean? We deserve more.
Of course,
Everybody.
I agree.
Everybody.
I agree with that.
But we got to get paid some consequences.
What?
Damn, we got to get it up.
Y'all gotta
like
deal
y'all.
with something. Y'all gotta do something.
But the women coming in, not this year, but next year, or because
Yeah.
the ones coming in this year will still be on the rookie contract again.
Mm-hmm.
The ones that the year after, they gonna get more. They probably gonna be making more than us.
No, they are.
I'm
They
hurt.
are. Like, yeah. I've been in the meetings. They are.
I need to get in the. I need to get in the field.
You need to come to the
I
meeting.
gotta get in the meetings because I'm hearing like, yeah, they don't give us. If y'all don't give us what we want, like, we sitting out.
That's
Okay.
a
Can you turn this
possibility
off?
for real.
Yeah.
Right. So I don't really care what she's saying. Not that I even understand it. I saw this pop up, and I think because somebody posted it, like, oh, there's Angel Reese complaining she's not getting paid enough again, which is stupid. But to me, the headline or the question that comes out of it is why does this podcast exist? This is apparently the Angel Reese podcast called Unapologetically Angel, because she's going to give us her unapologetic takes. Watch out. Angel Reese is unapologetic. This is the innovative new concept for the podcast. She's giving us unapologetic takes. No one's ever done that before in a podcast. It's really filling a hole in the marketplace. She said, you know what I need? You know what? You know the world needs more of a podcast. And someone said, well, there's a million podcasts. Yeah, but in this podcast, I'm going to give my takes, and they're going to be unapologetic. This is going to be no filter, no holds barred, uncensored. How literally every other podcast on the market bills itself. And apparently these unapologetic takes are just her slouched in a chair mumbling. You know, there are 100 billion podcasts on the market at this point, and 99.9% of them are just this. Somebody slouched in a chair, just randomly spluttering words out of their mouth in barely audible whispers. 99.9% of podcasts are just someone is just sitting there talking to someone else. Yeah, so like, yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, man, bro, yeah. That's crazy. Yeah, you know, like when when that happened? Yeah, you see that? When that happened? That was nuts, man. Wow, yeah, that's nuts. That's crazy. That's 99.9% of all podcasts. It's just that. It's like nothing being even talked about. Is anyone listening to it at all? Who would? Can you imagine just like throwing on the Angel Reese podcast and listening to that for 45 minutes? Who would? Would any person ever? Being a husband, father, and host of my own show means life never slows down. Imagine trying to eat 31 different fruits and vegetables every day. Sounds miserable and time-consuming. But with Balance of Nature, there's never been a more convenient way to ensure you get a wide variety of fruits and vegetables every single day. Balance of Nature's fruits and veggie supplements are different from the start. They're the original blend that captures the natural balance of color, taste, and smell from real whole foods. You can take them however you like, swallow them with water, chew them, or open the capsules and mix the powder into your meals or your drinks. Inside, you'll find ingredients from 16 whole fruits and 15 whole vegetables that are freeze-dried and lab-tested with no binders, no fillers, and no flow agents, just 100% whole food ingredients. Balance of Nature's goal is simple. It's just deliver the natural goodness of fruits, vegetables, spices, and fibers exactly as nature intended in a form that goes wherever you go. Balance of Nature has been a sponsor on the show for a while now. And look, I really love the products. They make healthy choices feel accessible, really easy and convenient, no matter how busy you are, which is really important to me. So go to balanceofnature.com and get a free fiber and spice supplement plus 35% off your first set as a new preferred customer by using discount code Walsh. I see all these other podcasts and I think, why do I put effort into mine? Like, it may not look like it, but I do. Like hours and hours, hours and hours of research and writing each episode. I write whole monologues. I have my fish cam. You know, there's a lot going on. We got the fish cam. We got the fish cam. We got the beautiful studio. All this effort put into it. And I'm just like sitting there for hours, 7, 8 hours, insane. And then I see 99.9% of other podcasts on the market, and it's just someone half awake, no prep, just like sitting there mumbling about nothing for 7.5 hours, making small talk with some other random person no one's ever heard of. And I think, why do I even try? Why do I try? What's the point of trying? Now, granted, Angel Reese's podcast gets like 200 views an episode, so that part is encouraging. So I asked who would ever listen to that. The answer is nope, nobody, at least to that. But I see some of these, and it's like, you look at it, it's like they got a huge following. There's like hundreds of thousands of people that are listening to this. Listening to nothing. Listening to two people talk about absolutely nothing at all. It's crazy. Yeah, man, it's crazy. Man, isn't that crazy? It's crazy, man. I don't know. You know what I think it is? Because I've thought about this. I see some of these podcasts. Everyone's podcast but mine. All the other podcasts are the problem but mine. No, I'm kidding. Mine is fine, and then there are 6 others that are good. I'll let you guess the 6 good ones. There are 6 good podcasts, so 7 total. There are 6 good ones plus mine. Mine is the 4th best on the list. I'll let you guess what the other ones are. It's mine, Angel Reese, Hawk Tua's podcast. So those are 3. You can guess the other 4. But anyway, so I was wondering, I was thinking, when I see some of these podcasts, and I think, like, why would anyone listen to this? And I think what it is that some people don't have an internal monologue. And so maybe these podcasts serve as almost a substitute for an internal monologue. Like, it's one thing if you're listening to a podcast where someone is presenting a point of view, like I'm doing right now. You might not like the point of view. You might think that I suck. You might not like me, but at least so I have a point of view and I'm presenting it and I'm making an argument and here it is and something to think about. So, okay, fine. But a lot of these other ones, there's no point of view really being expressed. There's no argument being made. There's nothing really being discussed. There's nothing to think about. There's just nothing happening. And what is the attraction to those? I think it is just that. I think it's like people that have no internal monologue. And so the podcast just becomes a sort of a stand-in for that. Like, I would never listen to something like the Angel Reese podcast because I don't need to hear random just like babbling going back and forth. Because I already have, like, that's an internal monologue. You're always just sort of thinking about things and thinking. So you don't need that. But if you have no internal monologue, I think that I think that's what it is. I don't know. That's my theory anyway. Maybe it needs some work. If you'd like to see what else I have to say, you can access my full show by going to dailywire.com or by going to the Matt Walsh Show Twitter page. Hope to see you there. Godspeed.